Hello.
All right, here we go.
You go for it.
All right. So today we've been thinking about sharing. I'm having a really hard time starting. Okay, but I need to. It's good. This is good. We've been thinking about letting go of our will. You know, stepping into a new life. I mean, that's what it's all about, is letting go of our own control over our lives and giving our will, giving our life over to God. And that's it's just something that's really been on my mind lately, that I tend to really like to have control over my life. And I've been learning as I surrender daily to what God has in store for me, to what God wants me to do each day. I just have so much more peace. I just have so much more like gratitude and joy, and like nothing is a rush. Like, I don't feel rushed in my life. I feel as though like everything I'm doing, when I'm seeking His will, then like whatever it is I'm doing is a 10. You know, and it's like anything less than that it would be a 9, 8. You know, that's not His will. And so I am finding that as I surrender daily to, you know, what does God want for me? What does He? What's the best for my life right now? What's the best for other people in my life right now? What's the best that I could be doing? You know, like yesterday it was cooking. Like, I cooked for hours yesterday for my family, and it's like, and I just found joy in it, you know, because I was doing something that brings them joy. And that was like the best thing that I could possibly be doing with my time at that time, you know. So that's, what about you?
Yeah, I just listening to you talk, one of the thoughts I had was, in the past I've always said, you know, and I've said it since we started doing this, like, I always want to take my will back. I want to take that back, and I want to be in control. And I don't have to believe that way anymore. It's a matter of, what do I want to believe? What do I want to believe about myself? I don't have to go through that constant process of taking back my will and then turning it over and being double-minded and just constantly like in this place of like, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? Am I going to turn it over, or am I going to take it back? I don't have to live that way. I just don't have to have that constant struggle within me. That been listening to a lot of like Eastern philosophy stuff, a lot of just different religious backgrounds, and like, there is a place that you can reach, a place that you can stay, where you're not at battle with yourself. You are living in the spirit. You are no longer fighting with your body, but you have let go of all that stuff, and that's what I really believe. That's a place that I believe I can be at right now. Like, I don't have to say, I'm always battling, I'm always fighting. Like the other night, I felt like I just wasn't enough, you know, and it's just, that's where I was at that moment. But I don't have to be there. I don't have to live there. Like, I can live in a place where I just turn it over. And is it the answer to that? Like, how do you do that? How do you live there? It is by praying always. It's by living in prayer. It's like, do I give gratitude for every single thing throughout the day while I'm doing it, while I'm living in it? And it sounds, I know there's a lot of people out there that say, yeah, I do that. That's the way I live. And you're probably a very happy person. You know, you probably have found a lot of peace in your life, because it is possible. It is possible to live that way, to actually live constantly praying. And that's the only way to find peace. That's the only way to turn it over.
Yeah, the double-minded. When you said double-minded, I'm like, I've lived double-minded
life.
like my whole life, just constantly being pulled in different directions, just wanting my control, wanting to just control everything.
And it just makes you
around me.
miserable.
It does, and it makes everyone else miserable around me as well, because I'm trying to control their life.
They choose to get
it's-
caught up in that misery that you are part of.
Yeah.
They're part of that. And you know how healthy it is that people can tell me to just get lost because I've been sick for so long. I mean, that is very healthy. That's healthy behavior on other people's
Right.
part. And for me, I have to accept that. You know, that's some of the things that I've created in my life. But I also can accept that I can let go. You know, I can do those same things and not feel like it's something that's being done to me. Like I'm not being pushed away from anybody, but people are having to find healing in their life, and I'm not a part of that, you know. But for me to find healing in my life, I have to find the things that bring me that constant peace, that constant joy, and not go back and forth, you know. I want that, I want it back, give it to me. No, let it go.
Yeah.
You already let it go, now just let it go.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it's the truly letting go, and I still have a few things that I'll probably always will have things that I'm working on, but like some strong things that I'm still working on letting go, and like I'll have thoughts come into my mind about it, and I'll catch myself kind of getting wrapped up in thinking about it, and I have to just surrender it. I'm constantly just having to let it go and praying that God just helps me to continue to let it go, because I know it is what He wants for me. I know that, you know, because He's bringing me in this direction. I'm surrendering myself to Him constantly, and I just want to do what is best for myself, for my own personal relationship with Christ and my own personal relationship with Him, and doing what they want me to do. And as I do that and I become better, then I can be better for other people. You know, I've had a lot of really codependent relationships with a lot of people that I recognize has just been a lot of sickness. You know, I mean, I always have needed people to be sick in my life so that I can take care of them, you know, because that's part of my sickness, is needing to take care of people. I don't need to take care of anybody. Like I'm learning that God takes care of us. He brings thoughts into our minds where we can help to assist other people and to support other people in their growth, but not in an enabling way that is sick, that keeps us in sick relationships with people. And so it's something that I'm coming to change about myself, and it's been very difficult because, like I said, I've always been attracted to other people who have the same type of sickness. And so as we are healing, it's kind of like we're having to take some time away from others, you know, to let other people, and I just have to let go, let other people heal in their own time, have their own journey with God.
I prefer the word surrender as to letting go, because
Yeah.
surrendering, you are just like, it's so freeing. Letting go, it's like I'm still holding, like,
Clasped
let me keep that. No, let it go. No, please. But I'm surrendering it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like,
It feels
take
better.
it. I'm not letting it go. I'm like pushing it to you. I'm surrendering it. Please take it from me. And I think that gets rid of that battle. You know, your words are just so important, you
That's
know.
true.
The difference between letting go and surrender, it could be close to nothing, but it sounds different to me.
It feels different
It
when
feels
you say
different. And I definitely, I feel like surrendering is something that, it's not like I'm going through this process of taking it back and letting it go, taking it back and letting it go, but I have surrendered it, and daily I will surrender it. You know, I'm not like taking it back, but every day I'm thinking, thank you for letting that out of, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking that, you know, thank you for allowing me to give that, just not struggle with that anymore. I've surrendered to it. And,
Yeah, I love that.
yeah, I think that there's a great difference in that. But you know, it is life, the way that the brain works and the way that the body works, and we can get so caught up in a moment, but it's days like today, like I feel good. I feel like, you know, maybe things could have been different. I can think so many different things, but what is that? What is that, you know? My life is where it is, and I am so blessed. I have so much to be grateful for. And letting go or surrendering those things that have held me back, there's a good chance that God will put those things right back in my life, repaired and complete and good for me. You know, those things that I've held on to so long, that I finally surrendered and said, please take this, take care of it for me, because I care about it, but I know that only God can fix that. So I surrender it to him. I have no clue what's going to happen, you know? Maybe he's going to take that person or thing or whatever it may be and repair it in a way and put it back in my life, or replace with something else. All I know is what God has in store for me is way better than what I have in store for me. You know, I've said it many times, I can tear some things up, but he can repair anything. I truly believe that. He can repair all things, and it's in his time. There's nothing that I can do. The only thing I can do is work on me and continue to surrender the things in my life that want to hold me back, and just love, you know. We've talked a lot about the way that people see the world. There's so many people that see the carnage and the war and just the lack and the things, the sad things that go on in this world. I'm aware that stuff is there, you know. I'm aware that exists, but I don't want to live there, you know. I am so grateful that I live in a place where I'm able to see the beauty and feel the peace. That there are so many people that want good. There are so many people out there that are seeking truth, and there are this is a thought I had the other day. There are so many people out there that are praying right now for somebody to share the truth with them, and we're like scared to open our mouths and share a truth that we have with somebody that we love or somebody that we come across, you know. And that's all fear-based. What is somebody going to think about me? But literally, there's people all day, every day praying for somebody to bring them truth, and all that we can do is open our mouth and hope to be a part of healing in this world, you know. I don't know if I'm rambling right now, but I really feel like that we have to surrender everything, you know, and just say, here I am, let me share what I have to share. Even if I don't feel like I have much to share, I have stuff to share with others, you know.
There's so much truth out there. It's so amazing, you know. It's like I feel like for most of my life I've been kind of in this box, you know, of I know this much truth, and I've got a lot of truth in my life that has been great. And as I turn myself over to God, as I seek for his knowledge, for his wisdom, for truth, I mean, he brings more into my life, you know, through different people who I would like never expect, you know, and it's just like he just expands our minds to be able to contain so much truth, because there truly is so much truth in this world.
Like that guy talking about the fourth dimension and the one on the Ra, and so many different names that people have for God, so many different things and thoughts, you know. I mean,
words and language.
Yeah, and and there's so much truth in it. It's just a matter of taking what applies to me and letting go of what doesn't, you know, and saying, "Oh, well, that's not for me," but what you said here, definitely I'm going to take that with me. There is so much truth everywhere. I mean, and we all have truth to share with others. Yeah. So I know that it's important that I surrender the things in my life, everything, you know, even the things that are healthy that I still need to surrender those things and say thank you for putting that in my life. Here, if you want it, you can take it, but I'm happy to have it, you know. But I don't have that attachment to it. I don't have that I need it in my life. So surrendering everything, just here. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want that in my life anymore. But here I am. I'm able to heal. I'm able to become a better person. And those things that are supposed to stay in my life, they'll be here. So.
And what's not, it won't. Like, I'm just learning that God just brings and removes, and it really is such an incredibly peaceful and just, I don't even have words for it.
It is,
you know, just living in constant surrender.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm not perfect at it. You know, it's like, it's a daily thing, because I will catch myself, you know, getting stuck, because I'm so used to like 48 years of living my life in controlling my life, and so I still catch myself getting on these trains of thought and stuff, but I catch myself now. Like, I don't stay on it very long, and I recognize when I do stay on it long, like for a couple days, I'll recognize my mood is like, I get a little grumpy, I get a little like something's not right with me. Like, I recognize it, you know, if it goes on for a couple days, you know, and I'm so grateful that I recognize it quickly now, so that I can just be like, oh, give it back over, like, peace. Please, like, yeah,
it feels so good to be able to stay there, to stay in that surrender. And, you know, you said that maybe you never will get there fully. Maybe you will. And that's the thing that I was trying to say at the beginning. Like, I'm under this false precept that I'm never going to arrive. I'm never going to be there. I'm never going to get it. I'm like turning it over again, No, surrender it and just let it. Just here, take it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to fight. I don't have to try and take it back. I don't have to. Just every day I can wake up with a prayer and surrender again and start my day out in surrender. And that is no longer being a double-minded man, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And I can say that 1,000 times, and it really hits me in all his ways. If I'm double-minded and I'm back and forth trying to take my will and turn it over, and I'm this person that is very unstable, you know. And I don't have to be that. Today I can choose to be stable, to be single-minded, to know what I want, and to know that it's what God wants for me. I can be at peace with that. And I can be at peace with other people doing what they need to do to be healthy, and however I fit in that picture, that's great. The most beautiful picture right here in front of me. I love this world, and I am filled with love, and it feels good. Love is the answer, and you hear it all the time, but it really, really is. Driving through traffic, doing the things that you don't feel like doing throughout the day. Do it with love. Do it because you can do it for somebody that you might not even want to do it for. We all have so much love within us, but it's overcoming our fears. Anytime we don't want to love somebody, it's fear-based. Today I choose to love, and I love y'all.
Me too.
It is another beautiful day in southern Louisiana, and I'm just very grateful to be alive today.
Me too.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.